coming into the round of Michigan for race 9. Many guys are on their game coming into Michigan knowing they need to win a race to get into the chase. Brandon McGort, 20th in the points, needs to win a race to try and get the wild card to make the chase. Trent Totter in the 28th needs to win a race to make the chase. There's the 3 car right here. Eugene Max right there. He needs to win. He's right there, about 15th in the points. He needs to win a race to get to the chase. Many guys coming to this race knowing they need to win a race. Some other guys, like Luke Martin and others, are locked into the chase coming into this race, so this is a free race for them to try and get another win, to stretch their points going into the chase, because they're guaranteed a spot into the chase. But with 2 races to go, one after this one, many guys are going to try and go all out here at Michigan to try and win here today. Let's go down to the starting lineup. As the pace car comes through turns 3 and 4. Brandon McGort, 20th in the points, needs a win. He is down a race and a half behind 11th in points. There is no way he can come back and get inside the top 10 by himself to make the chase. So he needs to win to try and get to the chase. Green flag is out. Off turns number 2 for the first time here today. Drew Austin and the 52 Jimmy Means Racing team. Seems like they got a really good qualifying effort. Really good to see that 52 Jimmy Means Racing crew to get up to the front, but not so long. They're shifting up to the high side. Look at Trent Totter back there. He started 2nd. He's already back to 10th place. Richard Johnson in the 20. One of the few guys that's actually not locked into the race. They're not locked into the chase. So, oh, Alan Smith banging on each other. Gattuso got the worst out of there. Eva Gattuso's down 6th in the points. He's in threat of falling out of the top 10 in the chase, but Luke Martin, one of the guys in the chase so far that is right now locked in. So, whatever happens now for Luke Martin will happen, and he'll be locked in. Here's a new driver right here. Greg Brown in the 27 car replacing Ted Nowakowski. Driving for that Viagra Grand Prix Pontiac up the middle groove. Doing good for the 2017 right here. Hadn't seen Greg Brown since season 5. There's the 50 of Alan Smith. Alan Smith is actually really close in the points if you think about it. He is really right there. He is like 25 points back, so he could very well race his way into the chase if he gets a good run out of here. Caution flag is out for the first time here today. Don't know what it's out for, but caution flag is out. The pace car is going to pick our field up. let's get you to the replay and see what happened. Well, Hayden Klein, his Season 7 has been really bad, to be honest with you. It's going to start with a 4-wide situation here. Silver Fox, oh, right there in the wall there they all went. James Silver Fox got the worst hit right there on the outside wall there. Hayden Klein's had a terrible season so far. So it's terrible luck for him, but James Silver Fox in the 31 car, he's right there 16th in the points. He really needed a good run here to try and get himself into the chase. But Michael White in the 43 car, he's right there second in the points, so he looks good to make the chase, even if he has problems. Let's get you back to the restart. Getting ready to go back green. Charles Sanford's going to lead us down. He is your point leader as it runs right now. Or no, Luke Martin is. But right here, Totter in the 28 car. He had a mechanical issue. He broke the clutch or whatever it was. Not sure what that was all about. But we are fixing to go back green. And whoa! Charles Sanford in the 28 has pulled it on the apron. Looks like he messed up the clutch as well. Charles Sanford, he's way low in the points actually in the chase. Out of the chasers, he's actually 7th in the points. A bad run here today could make him fall out, and he would have to take the wild card position to make himself get the chase. Not what Charles Sanford needed, but the same exact issue for Charles Sanford as Totter had in pit road earlier. So, yeah, back up front. Luke Martin in the 9 car right now has 2 wins in the SCS, trying to get a 3rd one so he can have a bigger point gap going into the chase. Because more wins gives you more points going into the chase. Look here at the Dylan Young machine right here. Driving for Jimmy Means Racing and the Sony Rumble Pontiac, I believe that's what it is. But they have recently been getting motors from Aerodynamics, so they have been running up front here. So it's good to see that Jimmy Means Racing car up front. It was up front at Dover, but it had a hard incident right there. So it's tough luck for him, and that was one of their cars. So Jimmy Means Racing doesn't really have much cars. But up front, we do got ourselves a battle for the lead. It's with Richard Johnson and Luke Martin. Luke Martin being the point leader as he's pretty surely locked into the chase as it runs. Jacob Hart in the 19 right there. Yeah, he's actually, I think, 10th in the points, I'm pretty sure. But Charles Sanford's returning to the racetrack. So right there, you got 2 Johnson Enterprises cars working their way up into the front 2 positions. Then you got Greg Brown in the 27 car and Charles Jackson working their way up. Greg Brown can't make the chase as it runs, no matter what. But Jackson in the 1 car, I would wonder if he still has a shot at making the chase. Even if he could get himself a win here today, I'm not sure, but Charles Jackson, this is actually like the first time I've seen him up front because he's struggled so much this entire season. But back there behind him again, Alan Smith, you got to give a tip of the hat to him because he was down like 21st in points and he's now like 12th in the points. And he's within like a shot to actually race his way into the chase. But up front, the 2 Johnson Enterprises cars are going at it. Here comes the 19 of Hart down the inside, looking low, but can't get the run to put the position on the 20 car. Johnson is going for his 13th career SCS victory. Hart is just going for his 2nd career one. Then there's Martin right back there going for his 4th career victory as he won last week at Dover. And we're having pit stops, guys. There's Victoria Miller, Jamie Muckley. There's Sky Commons, Mason, Vito Corlong, Dylan Young, Charles Jackson. A lot of guys are in. Mick Mace is also in. Well, we have pit stops. This Richard Johnson pitting. Richard Johnson and Luke Martin are having to make pit stops, guys. This is kind of strange here. We're having pit stops. Richard Johnson, Luke Martin, Alan Smith, Greg Brown, Eugene Max, they're all coming in. Richard Johnson will be the first to bring them on in from the lead pack. And Charles Sanford, he stays out, but Jacob Hart in the 19 stays out another lap as well, but he's going to have to pit, I'm pretty sure. Evan Gattuso, Jordan Davis, Joey Murphy, they're still on the racetrack. Everybody exiting pit road. There's Richard Johnson, he's left the pit road. Looking for some guys right here. There's the 48 of Nick Mason, that fast 48 car. He's flying around these guys. I'm not sure if he was the first one off in his pit cycle, but he is the first one to come into our sights. Pretty sure he is. Ogo's coming on in. Jacob Hart, I think, is leaving pit road. Yeah, Hart, Davis, Gattuso, Murphy, and Ogo are all leaving. There is Richard Johnson and Luke Martin right there. They are catching the 19 car. Jacob Hart was right up there with them, guys, as the pit cycle started. So let's see if Jacob Hart gained any ground. I'm not sure if he did there. No, Johnson will take the lead again. Richard Johnson in the 20. He just flew by his teammate in the 19 car. The Johnson Enterprises cars are 1-2 coming back to the line. We will be only with 4 laps to go. Richard Johnson right there. What, he's made such a big name of himself in the series. 12 wins, 2 championships, and an Indy 400 victory under his belt. I mean, what else could you do to make yourself any bigger than that and winning a series? That's like a legend right there driving that race car. He's won so much and done almost anything in the sport here. Going for a 13th career victory. He has been on such a dry spell of a win, looking for one, because I guess lucky 13 isn't very lucky for Johnson, because he's not been able to get that 13th career victory. But Johnson, or not Johnson, Martin is there, and he is trying to get his 4th career victory of the series. So it's Johnson Incorporated right there with Jacob Hart right there behind him as well, versus a Coreweiser racing car. With only 2 laps to go, who's it going to be? It's going to be either Johnson, Martin, or Hart. Back here for position here, you got Alan Smith, William Duncan, and Nick Mace. They're battling for the 4th position. And then you got Ryan Griffin, who's making only his 2nd career start in the SCS. Most known for driving an Arkansas, but he's made his way over here. But up front, coming to the white flag off turns number 4, we got ourselves a new leader. Richard Johnson has dropped back to 3rd place. Hart up to 2nd, and Luke Martin now the new leader. With only 1 more lap to go into turns number 1 and 2 for the final time. Jacob Hart's got to run him down to try. Oh boy. Front 3 single file down the back straightaway for the final time. It's Martin and Hart right now side single file there, but I don't think Jacob Hart can do anything with him. It's going to be Luke Martin back to back, winning Dover and Michigan. Going in the chase, looking strong. He will win another race. A 3rd victory of the season for Luke Martin. God. was able to just take over Richard Johnson's lead right there with only coming to the white flag there, and he was able to hold off to take the victory there. Hart will be in second, and rounding out the podium, and yet again another long winless streak again will go to Richard Johnson, as he has not won a race since all the way back of season 5. Let's go to the finishing results.